Welcome back. We are still in expressions that play together. This is activity 2.1. In this activity, we are actually going to be solving equations, two-step equations that is, using a double number line. I'm going to go ahead and read the description in this problem. Make sure you are following along. It reads, in the previous lesson, you modeled a problem in which Fido and Jet are two small dogs. Fido weighs exactly 10 pounds more than Jet. Together, they weigh exactly 46 pounds. This situation can be represented by the equation 2j plus 10 is equal to 46, where j represents Jet's weight. You can also represent the situation and solve the equation using a double number line. One thing to annotate here, j represents Jet's weight. That is going to be important later. Okay, all math is related to real life, and in this situation, when we isolate j, that's going to represent Jet's weight. Alrighty, moving on. So here we have this worked example. What you're about to do is answer these three questions using the worked example. So question number 1, it says, how can you check to see if j is equal to 18 is the solution to the original equation? Question 2, what does the solution j is equal to 18 represent in terms of the problem situation? And number 3, what operation is used in each step to move towards the solution? And when we say the solution, I want you to take note of, let me get my pen, of this little note off to the side. It says, think about how to transform the equation to isolate the variable. To isolate the variable. When we say isolate, that means to get it all by itself. So if we got a j in there, we're looking to see what j is equal to. A lot of times you'll see x is equal to or y is equal to. That's simply what that means. So at this time, either on your own or with a partner, I do not advise groups, you're going to look at this worked example to see what they did first, what they did next, and how they got their solution. Set a timer for about 4 to 5 minutes and come back when you are done working. Pause here. Alrighty, now that you've had time to work on your own and with your partners, we're now going to compare your answers to mine. So for question number 1, one way that you can check to see if your solution is correct is by plugging in your solution into the original equation. You might have heard of this before. It is called substitution. You substitute that 18 in for where that j was. So then that gives you 2 times 18 plus 10 is equal to 46. You keep multiplying. That gives you 36 plus 10. And then when you solve, that gives you 46 is equal to 46, which is correct. Also, I want to take this time to just say, I'm human, and so I will make mistakes, just like I expect you all to make mistakes. If you're not making mistakes in math, you're not trying. So let's normalize that. And also, if I mess up, let's just, brush past it. All right, moving forward. Number 2, it says, what does the solution j is equal to 18 represent in terms of this problem situation? I hope you were listening before you went off to work because I had you underline it. So really, this was a freebie. J is equal to 18 means Jet is 18 pounds. And number 3, it says what operation is used in each step to move towards the solution. Now, these are two-step equations for a reason because it takes 2 steps to solve them. If you annotated or let me say this, let me go back. In orange, I annotated my worked example. So I noticed that the first step was they subtracted negative 10 from both sides. If you didn't annotate your worked example, you are playing yourself. Are you even trying? Anyways, the second step in blue, you notice that they divided both sides by 2. 36 divided by 2 gave you 18, and 2j divided by 2 gives you 1j, and that 1j is equal to 18. Go ahead and take a second, take these notes. If you don't have them already, pause here. Now you know how to solve an equation using a double number line. Let's go ahead and put that into practice. So moving on to question number 4, it says, use the double number line shown to solve the equation 21 is equal to 2d plus 3. Describe the steps you use, including the operations represented at each step. So here, the directions are twofold. You're first going to solve the equation, and then you are going to describe your steps. As you're working, use the worked example to help you, but I want you to go ahead and pause here, take about 3 to 4 minutes to solve this problem, and then come back and we will compare our answers. Pause here. Alrighty, go ahead and compare my work to yours. If you got D is equal to 9, go ahead and pat yourself on the back and put a big check next to that solution. The first thing that you should have done, and you'll see it where it says step 1 in my description, was to subtract 3 from both sides. When you subtracted 3, you're left with 2D on the bottom and then 18 on the top. Then my second step was to divide both sides by 2. Because if I have 2D's and I'm trying to figure out what one of those D's is, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So 18 divided by 2 gives us 9. And 2D, of course, divided by 2 gives us 1D, leaving us with our solution. Now, who remembers how to check and make sure our solution is correct? If you haven't done that, go ahead and take a minute and do that now. Pause here. If you use substitution and substituted that 9 back into the original equation, you are on the right track. Kudos to you. You should have gotten 21 is equal to 21, which verifies that my solution is in fact correct. Awesome job. You just learned how to solve a 2-step equation using a double number line. In the next video, you are going to put that to practice. All right, pat yourself on the back, and I'll see you in the next video.